Everyone, welcome to Unified Council. Today we are going to discuss some questions from English language for your Unified International English Olympiad exam. So let's start with the very first question. First one is, which option is a preposition? So you have four words given over here and you have to tell which of the following is a preposition. So let's talk about all the options one by one. We have yet, we have now, we have then, and we have during. Okay. If I talk about yet, so yet can be an adverb or a conjunction. Yet can be an adverb or a conjunction. For example, I haven't received my parcel yet. So here it is an adverb. And if I say this method is simple yet effective. So here I have combined two words with the help of yet. So here yet is a conjunction. If I talk about now and then, both these words are also adverbs. Okay, both now and then are adverbs. For example, where are you living now? So now is an adverb. Then is also an adverb. For instance, life was harder then because neither of us had a job. You see, yet, now, then. All these three words are adverbs, and yet is a conjunction also. But if I talk about this word, during is a preposition, and during means it shows certain period of time. Okay, it indicates a period of time. For instance, we can say during the 1990s. So like that. Answer will be option C because this is the only option which is a preposition. Let's move to question number 2. Which option is a synonym of retract? There is a word given retract and you have to tell its similar meaning. Firstly, what does retract mean? Retract means to take something back. Okay, so if I look at the given options, the word in similar meaning is withdraw. Withdraw is also to take someone back. Sometimes, a person fails to keep his or her promise. So that is withdraw. Or sometimes a person says something and later on he withdraws his claim. He withdraws his statement. Okay, so to take something back, maybe a statement, maybe a claim. So correct one is option B. Let's look at the meanings of the rest of the options. Assert means to state. To state that something is true, that is assert. Redo, to do something again. Redo means to do something again, maybe in a different way. To do something again. Copy, you copy someone, right? You imitate someone. Copy means to imitate someone. So right answer will be option B, withdraw, which is a correct synonym of retract. Now we have question number 3, very interesting. Which of the following is a collective noun? So what does collective noun mean? Collective noun is basically a name of a group. It is a name of a group. So let's have a look at all the options and let's see which of the following is a name of a group actually. Army, Navy, Air Force or people. So let's see if I talk about people. People is nothing but plural of person. If I talk about Navy or Air Force, both of these are part of country's armed forces, right? Both of these are, Air Force is also the same, okay? It is also a part of country's armed forces. For instance, we have Indian Navy, we have Indian Air Force, we have the US Air Force. So these are part of country's armed forces. Now the only option we are left with is army, which is a collective noun. Because army is what? Army is the name of a group of soldiers. So this will be our correct answer. Let's quickly move to question number 4. Which of the following is not an adverb? So now see, most of you may have this myth in mind that words ending in ly are always adverbs, right? But not every word ending in ly is an adverb. Okay, sometimes it can be an adjective also, as in unlikely. Okay, in the given options, unlikely. No doubt it ends in ly, but it is not an adverb. It is an adjective actually. Okay. Unlikely means whenever you want to say now that there are very little chances of something happening, you can say it is unlikely to happen. Okay. For instance, I can say it is unlikely to rain today. As there are no more clouds in the sky, so it is unlikely to rain today. Okay, like that. If I talk about tightly, loosely, or vaguely, all of these are adverbs. Okay, vague means not clear. Vague means not clear. So vaguely means in a way that is not clear. Next, we have question number 5. Which of the following is not a homonym? So you have to find such a word which is not a homonym. Dine is such a word. Before that, you should know what are homonyms. Okay. So sometimes you must have seen there are words that are spelled same, pronounced same, but have different meanings. Okay, so those are actually homonyms. If I talk about dine, there is no other word which is pronounced and spelled like this and have a different meaning. No other word is like this. So dine is the correct answer. It has only one meaning, which is to eat a meal, especially an evening meal. Okay. If I talk about these words, all of these have more than one meaning. Found. One meaning of found can be to establish an organization. Another meaning of found can be to base on something. Okay, to base belief, maybe an idea, claim on something. So it has multiple meanings. Pronounced same, spelled same, but has different meanings. Park, same. It is also a homonym. One meaning of park is an area, a large area in a town. That is a park. Park also means when you leave your vehicle somewhere for some time. That is also park. Okay. To leave a vehicle somewhere for some time. Okay, that is also park. If I talk about fine, one meaning of fine is in good health. You say, "Na, I'm fine." Whenever somebody asks you, "How are you?" you say, "I'm fine." Means you are in good health. Fine can also mean a sum of money that you pay whenever you break a law, break a rule. So you have to pay a certain sum of money to the police officer, most probably, right? So fine also has more than one meaning. Spelled same, pronounced same, but has different meanings. So the only option that is not a homonym is dine. So answer is option D. Okay, in the next one we have to tell which option can not be an adjective. Means you have to pick such a word which at some point cannot be an adjective. Means it can be something else. Means some other part of speech. So if I talk about actual, factual, and usual, all these three words are only and only adjectives. The only word manual is the one of the following which cannot be an adjective. Means it can be some other part of speech also, because it can be noun also. You must have seen whenever you purchase a refrigerator or maybe a washing machine, you get manual with that, right? You get user manual in which all the things are mentioned. It's like a guidebook that you have to, that how do you have to use that particular product. So manual as a noun means guidebook. So definitely our right answer is option C. Okay, question number 7 says, which option cannot be a V1 or infinitive? What is infinitive? Infinitive is to plus first form of the verb. Okay, and only V1. It is called bare infinitive, in which there is no to. It is called bare infinitive. Now, which option cannot be an infinitive? That is had. Had is only and only a noun. But if we look at these options, coat, it can be a noun or a verb. Likewise, pant can be a noun or a verb. Tie can be a noun or a verb. Okay, coat, pant, tie, all these are nouns. All these are name of something that you wear. Okay, like hat. But along with that, these words can be verbs also. Coat means to cover something. As a verb, it means to cover something. Pant as a verb means to breathe quickly. Tie as a verb means you tie something, you tie a knot. Okay, like that. So answer will definitely be option A. Next question we have is, which option completes the irreversible word pair sooner or blank correctly? So you must have heard this very, very famous phrase, sooner or later, which means at some point in the future, okay, or any time in the future. Any time in the future. Or you can say one day. Okay, so the correct phrase which becomes is sooner or later. So answer is option C. Not before, earlier or never. Now, next question. Which option correctly displays the syllables of the word dedication? Okay, dedication is a word and you have to tell the syllables, the correct syllables of this word. So first of all, I would like to tell you there are 4 syllables of this word. Okay, so if we look at the options, 1, 2, 3, cancelled. 1, 2, ruled out. Okay, these two, option A and option D, both of them have 4 syllables given. Okay, now we have to check the correct one. So correct one is option D. Okay, the syllables are like this. D, D, I, C, A, T, I, O, N. We don't write like this. D, E or D, I separately. No. D, E, D, I, C, A, T, I, T, O, T, I, O, N. Dedication. Okay, so right answer is option D. Okay, next one, we have another question from vocabulary. Which option is an antonym of steep? You must have heard steep, slow. So steep is something sharp or sudden. Okay, something sharp, something sudden is called steep. Or something happening at a very fast pace. That is also steep. Okay, something happening suddenly, something happening rapidly. Okay, so that is also steep. So the opposite one will be slow. Something happening at a slow pace, gradual, right? So right answer will be option B clearly, gradual. If I talk about abrupt, abrupt also means sudden. So it can be a synonym but not an antonym. Straight and soft are also incorrect options. Okay, they have some different meanings, but not related to the steep. Okay. Now, next question is very, very important. It's about gerund. Which of the following is not a gerund? Before answering this question, again, you must know what are gerunds. You must have seen ing form of verbs, right? But you may have seen their usages as verb only. But do you know, V1 plus ing can sometimes act as a noun also. And that is nothing but a gerund. Okay. Now we have to tell which of the following cannot be a noun. All of these are ing forms. So we have to tell which of the following is not a gerund, means which of the following is not a noun, can never act as a noun, right? So let's see. Let's have a look at all the options one by one. First one we have growing. It can be a noun. For example, growing plants is her favorite hobby. Okay, so you see, in this sentence, growing is not acting as a verb. In fact, it is acting as a noun, a subject. So it can be a gerund. Borrowing. For example, borrowing books from the library. Borrowing books from the library is a great way. It's a great way to explore new topics. You see, here also in this case, borrowing is not acting as a verb but as a noun, a subject. Now, next comes rowing. Okay, next let's come to rowing. We can say rowing in the early morning. Rowing in the early morning brings a sense of tranquility. So you see, rowing is a name of an exercise basically. So it is also a noun. Okay, acting as a subject in this sentence again. So you see, all of them can be a gerund, but this word harrowing is only and only an adjective. As in, we can say harrowing experience or harrowing experience. Harrowing means horrifying. Okay, something that shocks you. Okay, that is harrowing. So it is an adjective, definitely not a gerund. As you see, we are using it to qualify a noun, right? Come on now, let's quickly move to question number 12. She served me blank rice and dal combination. Now, see, in this sentence, we have to fill the right article. And you see, articles are always and always used for a noun. And in this case, that is combination. But when we place it, okay, we place it according to the word, most probably an adjective that is qualifying that particular noun. It will be used for a noun, no doubt, but it will be placed according to the word before that noun. Okay, based on the sound of that word. Rice, R in this case, which is a consonant. So we'll place a. For singular countable nouns, we use a or an. A with consonant sound and an with vowel sound. There is no vowel sound, so an is ruled out. Right one will be option A. Why the is incorrect? Because the article is used for specific things. And there is no specific combination mentioned, right? So that's why the is ruled out. No article also doesn't make any sense in this case. Now let's move to question number 13. There is a nice house with a blank garden. Great garden, excellent garden, large garden, bigger garden. So see, great shows much more than average. Okay, something more than average in quantity or in degree, you can say. So that's why we can't use it for garden. Excellent could be the right option if and were given there, but it's A, so it can't be excellent. Bigger is ruled out because we are not making any comparison here. Whenever we are comparing two things, only then comparative degree is used. So that's why this is eliminated. The only correct option here is large. Okay, large means extensive. A large garden. This is the perfect answer for this question. Option C. Now, again, next question is very important. Delhi city has a blank level of pollution. High level, great level, large level, or huge level. See, if I talk about great, I told you great is more than average, okay, in quantity. That's why we can't use it for level. Whenever we are talking about level, so level can be high, level can be low, level can be moderate. Not too high, not too low. But it can't be great. We never say great level. Also, we don't say large level. We don't say huge level. These are used in terms of size, right? So the only correct option we are left with is high. Delhi city has a high level of pollution, and this is a fact also. Now, the next question is question number 15. Have you bought the DVD with the blank recording of the UT concert? If I talk about live, life is kind of, you can say, survival, right? It is related to the survival thing. So we can't say live recording. Doesn't make any sense. Lively. Lively means lively personality. The one who is very energetic. The one who is very vibrant, vivacious, has a lively personality. Okay, lively means very, very energetic, very, very enthusiastic, you can say. So lively recording can't be lively, right? Lives. Lives recording also doesn't make any sense. What makes sense here is live recording. You often see cricket matches, right? Most probably on Hotstar, right? So those are what? What you see is actually a live broadcast of those matches. Okay, so broadcast recording can be live telecast is there. So that's why option C is the right pick here. Then we have another important question. You blank fly to Dover. There is not an airport there. Now you see, there is not an airport. Here is the hint lies. If there is not an airport, it means you cannot fly to Dover, right? You are not able to fly to Dover. Why? Because there is not an airport there. It should not be should. We are not giving an advice here, right? Not an advice, we rather say a piece of advice, right? We are not giving a piece of advice here, so that's why should is ruled out. You might is for possibility. There are no chances of flying to Dover because there is not an airport. When there is not an airport, how can there be possibility also? So that's why might is also ruled out. May again shows possibility. So that's why eliminated. The only correct option is cannot. Can is used to show your ability to do or not do something. Okay, here you are not able to fly to Dover because there is not an airport. Then we have question number 17. The newly hatched ducklings took blank the pond immediately. 2 on up 4. So the right phrasal verb is take 2. Okay, this is a phrasal verb which means it can mean to start liking something, okay, or when you start doing something very often. That means take to. So now in this context, it means the newly hatched ducklings started, liking going to the pond. As soon as they were born, they were really, attracted towards this thing. They started liking this thing. What? Going to the pond. So it means to start liking something. To start liking something. Or you can say to start doing something very often. Obviously, because you like it. So you often do that thing. So definitely correct one is to. Took, to. Take is V1, took is V2. Past form of take is took. Okay. Then the next one we have managers set objectives. Objectives means aims. Okay. Aims. And decide blank their organization can achieve them. Now, after setting objectives, managers decide how they can achieve them or how their organization can achieve them. How means in what manner. So definitely, firstly, they decide objectives. Firstly, they set, basically. Okay, firstly, they set objectives. Then they decide how can they achieve that thing. Okay, in what manner. Not what, not which, or not why. What is a relative pronoun also and an interrogative pronoun also. It is used to ask questions or to relate to clauses, right? As a relative pronoun, it relates. As an interrogative pronoun, it is used to ask a question about a thing or about a person also. Which is also a relative pronoun and an interrogative pronoun, and it is used as an interrogative pronoun to ask questions, okay, and as a relative pronoun it is used to again relate to clauses, okay. Why is an interrogative adverb? That it is used to ask a question, okay, but it is not interrogative. It is a it is not an interrogative pronoun, but it is an interrogative adverb. Okay, this word is an adverb, not a pronoun. But definitely these three words don't make any sense here. Only how is the right fit. Now, we have come to the last question, the final question for this session. The rest of the questions we will discuss in the next session. Okay, so this is the final one. Obviously, objectives occasionally blank be modified or changed. Objectives occasionally means time to time. Blank be modified or changed. Must to, not a correct modal verb. After must, we don't use to. After ought, we use to. Again, not a correct modal verb. After ought, we use to. Right? Must is used to show necessity. Right? Ought is used to show obligation. Whenever you have some moral duty, whenever you have some responsibility, in that case, go with ought to. Not only ought, it's ought to. Should, I told you earlier also, it is used to give a piece of advice. Have to can be the right fit here because have to also, is like must. We can't go with option must because it is given with to here, which is incorrect grammatically. So only option that we can go with is have to. This is the right one. Objectives time to time must be changed. Okay, have to be changed. So right one is definitely option A. Okay, so these were all the questions that I had to discuss with you today. Rest of the questions we will discuss in the next session. Till then, bye-bye, take care, keep learning, keep sharing.